Hi, Nigel Howett here from lawfulrebel.com. Just to thank you all for your continued support, and as you probably noticed, I've been absent from this particular platform for a while now, and that was due to breaking the community guidelines and consequently going off air and being unable to upload for a while. So I did just want to mention to any of you that might be interested in continuing to follow my work that I do have other platforms listed below, and of course you can always sign up to the newsletter in the event, to cover you against the event, of course, of this channel just disappearing altogether. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Secondly, in the context of lifting restrictions and so forth that's going on today, obviously this looks like good news, and it is good news, but I just think that I want to say to you rather that we have to be cautious, and we mustn't be complacent and think that this whole issue has gone away, because the orchestrators of what's going on are playing a long-term game, and we mustn't drop the full context of that. We have to be aware of things like, you know, how, metaphorically speaking, how a fisherman plays a fish, for example, and you know, it doesn't necessarily all get reeled in one go, and we have to appreciate that with various propaganda techniques and so forth, that the steering of public opinion is not necessarily all pushed forward in one go. So we have to bear in mind things like that, bear in mind full context of the agendas that we know about. And we have to bear in mind, of course, that it adds credibility to the mainstream narrative if there are these pauses. You know, the every aspect of what goes on can be used to further the agenda, if you like. And what this means ultimately is we must focus on the fundamentals. This is really where we have to focus, because if we can drill down and identify the key fundamental issues, then we can see this, the picture becomes clearer. We have to bear in mind that a massive goal has already been scored with this whole narrative over the last couple of years, when we bear in mind how children have been subjected to all of these events and restrictions and procedures of wearing these things. This has effectively prepared a generation of children for the collectivist totalitarian state. And we mustn't forget this. This is an achievement. It's a tick in the box. It's something that they've done, and we have not been able to stop happening. And the effects of that cannot be should not be underestimated. The other thing that we have to bear in mind is that the fundamental still hasn't been addressed. It is only addressed by a few people at the moment, and we have a couple of prominent voices who are challenging the official narrative on the with respect to the tiny little thing that's supposed to be responsible for this whole gig. And it's very, very important for us to it's going to turn around out of the sunshine here. It's very important for us to know that we have to question the fundamental premise that drives the ability of a story to induce fear, and therefore enable political controllers to seize more of our freedoms. It cannot be overestimated how important it is for us to get down to the fundamentals. And unfortunately, this hasn't happened on a significant scale. There are some people doing it. You can still do it. You must get in there, put your investigator's hat on, and you must drill down to the fundamentals. Those quarters who are investigating the very existence and who question the existence of the causative agent of this whole story, that's where you need to go, ladies and gentlemen, because that is the fundamental rug that can be pulled out from underneath the whole shenanigans, the whole story, the whole ability to generate fear and therefore manipulate people's interests. So I do urge you to pursue that line of inquiry, and please also, as I said, bear in mind my other platforms. I really appreciate your continued support, and I wish you as well as you can be in the beginning of this year of 2022. Cheers.